What got into your free throw shooting tonight?
Mess came in and spent a little time with them.
Yeah. Out?
Yeah. Got them all straightened out. I think we had the right guys at the line. And some of our guys, like Paulie, has really worked hard at it. And I think he made it maybe 2 for 2 today, but JB spent a lot of time. Gabe made some. That makes a huge difference when Gabe actually makes some.
You win, I presume, when you're making free throws like that.
Well, yeah. We didn't close the game very well, but I guess a 10-point win's good. I wanted to work on closing it a little better, not throwing it around so much and dribbling it in front of them.
That was Bridges you were waiting to see?
Yeah, he's got a really good understanding of how to play. His dad did a great job with him, growing up. I mean, he's probably got a better understanding of what's supposed to happen than everybody else we do. His man will turn his head and he'll make a cut to the basket, or maybe their defense gets a little mesmerized by the ball and he'll make a great cut. He does a great job of reading where the ball's coming off the rim. So he does a lot of things that a lot of guys don't or can't do. He didn't, and he really didn't shoot it very well today. He got 22 and didn't shoot it very well. Not as well as he usually shoots it.
You don't have arrived as a player when he comes up with this kind of game, though, every night, I guess.
Yeah, that's generally what it takes. Just be consistent.
Bobby kind of got going early. I know he missed a couple threes to start, but then had a couple cuts to the basket, like we're saying. And Taz made a couple great passes to him. Does Taz get enough credit, you think, for how good of a passer he can be?
Well, I think Taz is the same. I don't think he got coached as much early on as what JB did, but yeah, he's got a good understanding how to play. He's a smart kid. He's really a smart kid.
Seems like your team is getting better at getting their hands, in the frame, like Javon used to talk about, disrupting dribbles, getting the deflections, things like that. Has that been a conscious effort thing? It seems like it's kind of spreading a little bit. More guys are doing it.
No, when I was in the 2nd grade, we had a teacher that, if you stuck your hand where it wasn't supposed to be, she came and whacked you with a ruler. I think I'm going to get a big ruler for Gabe. You can't foul. You just when your team depends on you so much, the game changes when he comes in the game. And he's terrific at taking charges, getting to where he needs to get to be able to do that. And when he doesn't slap at the ball or reach over a guy to slap at it, he's very effective kicking balls loose. But he's got to stop getting in foul trouble. They have 4 fouls again today. We need him. We need him at the end of games, and there's going to be games where we're going to need him an entire second half. I mean, we'll get him out and rest him for a while, but.
He had packed much more into 17 and a half minutes on the floor than Gabe did tonight.
No, that's true. A lot of sore hands out there now, arms. whatever.
He was just all over the place. I mean, he was guarding different guys, and he was cheating off and getting other people and helping. When you have an individual like that, not just the skill but the size and the speed, how much does he help you design whatever defense you're going to design against any opponent? It seemed like it worked against this one tonight, but it could work against a team that's bigger or smaller than that.
It works against everybody when you think about it. I mean, you think about the Gonzaga game. He took a charge that was it was unquestionably a charge, and they called it a block at the end of the game that would have given us the ball back and a chance to win the game. He does that all the time, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, he does so many good things. He's just got to stop doing the dumb things, the smacking at people and reaching and doing those things. And there are times when he does a great job of closing and trapping people, but then he over traps. We just gotta somehow. He thinks it's fun now, so it's makes it a little harder to really mend when he thinks it's fun.
Coach, if you go back to November, this team was getting out rebounded by double digits in a game. You talked about how the defense wasn't very good. To where you guys are now, what kind of a daily grind has it been for the players, for the coaches to get over those obstacles and to get to where you guys are at this point?
I can't speak for them, but it was a grind for me. We would think we would get something fixed and then try to move on to do something else, and then we didn't do what we had been working on. And I think our older guys have done a really good job. JB's done a terrific job. Keaty's done a really good job. Taz, of helping those younger guys, and it's good when those guys are helping you coach, because those younger guys have a lot of respect for those guys. But our help defense is much better, much better, and we're rebounding the ball better because we're doing the fundamental things that makes teams good rebounding teams. Not all the time, but more consistently than what we did before.
It's fundamental stuff. I mean, has it been fun? Seems like you're doing more coaching, maybe. Working with the sponge.
I don't know. You like writing the same article over and over again? Well, I don't particularly like coaching the same thing over and over again. I'd like to kind of move on, get something kind of fixed and move on. I mean, you have to keep going over it, but you shouldn't have to go over it to that extent day after day.
Whether big contributions like Jalen or Gabe, or small ones like Paulie, Malik made free throws, Adrian had a couple plays and baskets. Those small things seem to add up, I guess, but indicative of progress, big picture stuff, or guys taking a little advice, just seems like that's a good sign, and not like a one-off thing.
Yeah, I think so, Mike, and I think they've, we hit them pretty hard about the free throws, and I think they're doing a much better job of being consistent in working at making free throws. We put a little drill in that I've run for a long time, and I hadn't done it for a while, and I did it once, and Coach Martin remembers doing it at Cincinnati, and he hated it. So anything they hate is generally pretty good. And all it is making them go to the line and shoot it with a little pressure on them. And it's a team drill. It's not individual drill. It's a team drill. And I think that's helped us.